Hey everybody, it's me, Patryk. You know, Patryk, I spell with a Y, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Alright, so I'm releasing my September YouTube video today, actually. And this is actually a really tough introduction for me because this is something I'm not very open about with anybody, but I feel the most confident now that I've ever been to start being open about this with everybody, especially on this format on the internet platform. And I actually did get a lot of indirect encouragement from some people, so I feel ready to do this, and I'm ready to take on this action right now. Now, my best kept secret, which is something not many people even know about me, is I am a very, 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 very huge fan of Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah. See how badly worn this copy is? Yeah, I really like it. And it's actually a VHS copy. Yeah, Gen Zs, there's a thing called a VHS, so I'll get to it at another point. So yeah, I've been a very big fan of this show for a long time. I've been in the adult fandom too. And I met like a few of the other Thomas YouTubers at like some event a while ago, and I kind of like I do subscribe to some of them. Like some people I'm going to credit right now are my friend Thomas Fan 01, which I actually did a collab video with him, like when he did a live stream a few months ago, which I had fun with that. Good job doing that. And then some other YouTubers who are in the Thomas community include like Enterprising Engine 93, who I met one time, and I thought he was really cool. He actually, I actually really liked meeting him and thought he was a good guy. And then some other some other people who I've met in the community were like Thomas Tank Merch, who I actually did meet to also. And the following people who I did not meet were like people like Usual Bloke Luke, and I can't even disregard this individual because he was the biggest guy in this community who I enjoy watching his content overall, the Unlucky Tug. So I appreciate you guys for being part of the community. I appreciate you guys always getting me involved, getting me more confident in this community. But a little sample of my collection. Another worn out copy of a VHS. I might do something later with that. And then I have like some more current, like more fairly recent stuff, like this is narrated by James Bond himself, Pierce Brosnan. And this is actually the last DVD I actually got, which I started relying more on like the streaming stuff. The last DVD that I got. And so for your viewing pleasure, I am going to be narrating or doing a reading of my favorite episode in one of my favorite episodes in the whole series. And the episode in question is Edward's Exploits. I hope you enjoy. Bertie the bus was giving some visitors a tour of the island of Sodor. It was their last afternoon, and Edward was taking them to meet Bill and Ben. He found it hard to start the heavy train. "Did you see him straining?" asked Henry. "Positively painful," remarked James. "Just pathetic," grunted Gordon. "He should give up and be preserved before it's too late." "Shut up," burst out Duck. "You're all jealous. Edward's better than any of you." "You're right, Duck," said Boko. "Edward's old, but he'll surprise us all." "I've done it. We're off. I've done it. We're off," said Edward, as he finally puffed out of the station. Bill and Ben were delighted to see the visitors. They loved being photographed. Later, they took the party to the China Clay Works in a brake van special. Everyone had a splendid time, and the visitors were most impressed. Then Edward took the visitors home. On the way, the weather changed. Wind and rain buffeted Edward. His sanding gear failed, and his fireman rode in front, dropping sand on the rails by hand. Suddenly, Edward's wheels gripped fiercely, and with a shrieking crack, something broke. The crew inspected the damage. Repairs took some time. "One of your crank pins broke, Edward," said his driver. "We've taken your side rods off. Now you're like an old-fashioned engine." "Can you get these people home? They must start back tonight." "I'll try, sir," promised Edward. Edward puffed and pulled his hardest, but his wheels kept slipping, and he could not start the heavy train. The passengers were anxious. The driver, fireman, and conductor went along the train, making adjustments between the coaches. "We've loosened the couplings, Edward. Now you can pick up your coaches one by one, just as you do with freight cars." "That'll be much easier," said Edward. "Come on," he puffed, and moved cautiously forward. The first coach moving helped to start the second, and the second helped the third. "I've done it! I've done it!" puffed Edward. "Steady, boy," warned his driver. "Well done, boy! You've got them! You've got them!" And he listened happily to Edward's steady beat as he forged slowly but surely ahead. At last, battered, weary, but unbeaten, Edward steamed in. Henry was waiting for the visitors with the special train. "Beep, beep." Sir Topham Hatt angrily pointed to the clock, but excited passengers cheered and thanked Edward, his driver, and fireman. Duck and Boko saw to it that Edward was left in peace. Gordon and James remained respectfully silent. Hope you enjoyed my little narration. It was something I've felt very proud of for a while, and like I said, I just hope you enjoy it. Also, it's about time for me to reveal something that I've been wanting to reveal for a while now. I'll say it because I'm still used to it. My Twitter account username, like Twitter handle, which is I know it's now called X, but I'll just say former Twitter, now X. My username for that social media platform, Twitter, now X. Follow me at VoiceRail, capital VOICE, capital RAIL. I do post a lot of Thomas content on there. Not much, I'll be honest with you, but I do follow a lot of the Thomas community on that platform. So feel free to follow me at VoiceRail on X, formerly Twitter. Feel free to follow me on this account. My username is Patryk, my Y name, PATRYK, and I'm hoping to get more involved in this community, and I thought this is a good way to get started. All right, thanks so much, you guys. Thanks for being supportive, and we'll see you next month. Adios, amigos.